Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Vipul and today we have with us the all new KTM Duke 160. And since the Duke 125 has been discontinued, there has been a spot open for a lower capacity motorcycle in the Duke lineup. So this one is based off the 200, but it is a more tuned down version of it. It's a 160cc engine, and KTM is positioning this motorcycle as an entry level Duke. And the motorcycle is available at a sweet price of 1.84 lakh rupees ex showroom. Let's take a quick look around the motorcycle, and you will notice that it looks quite similar to the Duke 200. However, this motorcycle is 12 kgs lighter, and I'm going to tell you how KTM has managed to bring down all that weight. Now, firstly, let's take a quick walk around of the motorcycle. You have the headlamp cluster right here, all LED light units. So you have this DRL. Let me turn that on for you. Yep, that looks like. You also have LED turn indicators. So we have the hazard lights on, so you can see that. And as you can see, you have the bionic 5-spoke wheel here, so that's where some of the weight has been reduced. And it comes with a 320 disc which is attached to the wheel, so it makes it much lighter as well. And the braking performance has also improved quite a lot as compared to the Duke 200. You have the WP Apex front spokes, and the weight in them has also been reduced, so some of the weight comes off that as well. You have a 37 travel right here. And moving to the side, the chassis is a little, the frame is a little lighter than the Duke 200, so some of the weight comes off that as well. And I really like the design on the tank shrouds, and in this colorway you get a gray colored tank shroud. Looks really nice. Let us know, what do you think? Here you have the tank. So you get a 10-liter fuel tank as compared to the 13.5 that you get on the Duke 200. So some weight has been reduced there as well. And you have these nice seats. KTM tells us that the rear seat has been changed, and it is much more comfortable than the Duke 400. So a lot of people had complaints about the rear seat, but this one seems to be much more comfortable, nice and wide, and ample space for a pillion. The grab handles, they are also lighter, so lighter than the 200, so some weight has come off there as well. And right here you have the 164cc engine, which puts out 19 PS of power and 15.5 Newton meters of peak torque. Now, since we're talking about the engine, let's check out what the exhaust sounds like. Let us know what you think of that in the comments below. Now, the wheelbase of the motorcycle is the same as a Duke 200 at 1357, which is slightly longer than the MT15, which is its competition. Now, the overall weight of the motorcycle, if like I said, it's 12 kgs lighter than the Duke 200. The Duke 200 comes in at 157 kgs, but this one weighs only 147 kgs, and it is a very light and nimble motorcycle to ride. At the rear also you have a smaller wheel, a 140 section tire, and the of course you get the same bionic wheels, but since the tire is also a smaller one, some weight has been reduced. You get casted a pillion footrest here, which also makes the bike a little lighter. Also, you have a lighter tire hugger at the rear. At the rear you get a monoshock suspension. And coming to the rear, this is what the tail lamp looks like, pretty similar to the 200. And of course you have the LED turn indicators. So that's what the design looks like. Let's take a closer look at the handlebar. The handlebar also has been made a little lighter, and to compensate the front forks, the 37 front forks, you will see risers right here to raise the handlebar a little bit so that you don't have a weird riding position. Also, the seat height is 815 now, which is a little lower than the 822 that the Duke 200 gets. Overall, the design is pretty good. Let's take a look at the infotainment display. So this is what the display looks like. You get an LCD display right here. I hope you're able to see that. And we are under direct light here. There's no sun. It's a cloudy day, but still the visibility is pretty good. You have all your readouts right here. The telltale lights are here. You have the speedometer here, the tachometer here, and your caution messages will be right here. Other than that, you also get this same d-pad like the Duke 200, so to operate the screen. And here you have the dot matrix display, which displays all the necessary information that you would need on this motorcycle. Now this also comes with an upgrade package, so if you want Bluetooth connectivity, turn by turn navigation, you can upgrade. It comes at an additional cost of 5,140 rupees, and you will get all the Bluetooth functionality on this display itself. The mirrors, they are nice and wide, and they offer a pretty good look of what's coming from the rear. So overall, the design, the riding stance is pretty good. And speaking about the ride review, and I was able to ride the motorcycle for some time in the city, and I really had a lot of fun. Now, a couple of highlights: the refinement on this engine is something else, and Bajaj KTM has really worked on the refinement of this motorcycle. I mean, for a Duke, having a refined engine, it's something new, and this one does a very good job. I mean, the vibrations are very minimal. You can rev all the way up to 8,000, 9,000 rpm, and then you start feeling the vibrations. Otherwise, this is a vibe free motorcycle. The tractability has also improved a lot. I mean, you can be in the fourth gear and riding at 30, 35, you can still pick up speed very easily. The motorcycle does not have any knocking in it. So in that aspect also, the motorcycle is going to be very easy to ride in the city. So especially when you're riding in the city, the gear changes are going to be minimal, and you're going to have an easy time on the motorcycle. Now, talking about riding in traffic, the Dukes are very infamous for heating up and throwing in a lot of heat at your legs. But this has a bigger radiator at the front, so it gets it directly from the Duke 200. There are no changes made there, which makes it easier for the motorcycle to cool down faster. And that is something that I also experienced while I was riding. The radiator does come on at times, but there is no heat that can be felt on the legs while riding the motorcycle. So even if you're riding in at slow speeds in traffic, it's not going to heat up very much. Of course, there will be a little bit of heat, but it won't affect your riding so much. Now, in terms of suspension, KTM has done a really good job with this motorcycle, and it feels really, really nice. We took the motorcycle through bad patches, bad roads, and at high speeds, and it performed really, really well and performed exceptionally, is what I would say. In terms of fuel efficiency, we did not ride the motorcycle for very long, but in real world conditions, you'll be able to squeeze out 37 to 40 kmpl on this motorcycle very easily. Now, the real question: why the 160? Why a Duke 160? Now, basically, the Duke 125 was a good entry level motorcycle, but again, it was 125cc. It was more of a commuter category, which Dukes are not known for. These are supposed to be bikes that go very fast. They have this hooligan nature to them. That's the reason it did not sell very well, because of its price as well. I mean, for a 125cc, you were paying a lot of money. But what happened was, KTM changed their strategy, and instead of the 125, have launched this. This motorcycle is made for India. Maybe they'll sell it outside, but the primary market is India for this motorcycle. And in my opinion, this is going to be a very good first motorcycle for you. So if you're looking for your first motorcycle, you want a bike that gives you that performance, but also has enough control. You'll be able to ride this in the city very easily. You'll be able to ride this on the highways, the occasional highway rides also. They're going to be a lot of fun on this motorcycle. And you want a balance of performance and efficiency. This is a very good first motorcycle. So college students listening out there, office goers, if you're buying your first motorcycle, you want it a 150 160cc motorcycle, this is one motorcycle you should definitely check out and should not miss. Do take a test ride of the motorcycle and see for yourself. It is a really good refined motorcycle. It has the looks of a proper street naked, and of course it has the KTM badge, and now it is much more refined. Good fuel efficiency, good suspension, and overall the ride is going to be very comfortable. So yes, that was the KTM Duke 160. In terms of safety as well, the motorcycle ticks all the right boxes. You get a 320 disc at the front, which is really nice, and it has good stopping power as well. You get switchable dual channel ABS, which is another feature that makes it much more safer. And of course, you have a slipper clutch as well. Also, one thing about the clutch, while I was riding, I did feel that the clutch action is really light, and you're not going to get tired, or you're not going to feel any fatigue if you're riding this motorcycle for long in the traffic. So overall, that was the new Duke 160 for you, the first ride review. And let us know what you think of the motorcycle. Do you like it? Do you like what KTM has done here? And would you go to the showrooms to get one? Do let us know in your comments. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end. This is Vipul signing off. I will see you in the next one. Until then, rev hard, rev free, and ride safe.